Hello and welcome to WholesaleBingoSupplies.com, where today we're going to talk a little bit about how to order bingo cards and paper. This is a problem sometimes the beginning bingo managers will run into with just understanding what bingo paper is, how it's cut, how it's shaped, and what the different types are for. So we're going to have a quick overview of that right here. So first off, what you want to do with bingo paper is you want to determine what type of bingo card you need. And there's basically three different kinds. There's the old school kind, which is the hard cards. That's usually sort of a laminated sort of cardboard, usually a one-on, which is one bingo face. And it's sort of an old school type of bingo card where they put chips on it, and you don't, it's definitely not paper, you don't dab it, and you put chips on it. And for the most part, this has really been phased out over time. And is not used nearly as much as bingo paper nowadays. And then the other two styles are your bingo paper, two types of bingo paper. One is called case paper, and one is called collated bingo books, or just multicolored books of bingo paper. So let's go ahead and look at hard cards. As we said before, your hard cards are your traditional bingo cards printed on heavy cardstock. They're played with bingo chips, not bingo daubers. And it's really an old-fashioned way of playing bingo. And typically available in one-ons. You sometimes will get a two-on in there, but for the most part, one-ons, which is this type of feel. Now this is two one-ons side by side, and that's typically what a hard card will look like. And again, for the most part, this has gone out of fashion, and it's just a harder way to play nowadays. So the other two types are paper cards and paper books. And first off, about paper, you want to know what the cut is that you're looking for. And all paper is cut into various shapes and sizes depending on your bingo game. And these shapes are described by the number of faces or the plays per page, and how the paper flows either vertically or horizontally. And we'll show some examples of that here in a second. Generally, the cut is the first thing shown when looking at a paper description. So if you're trying to buy paper, a lot of times you'll say you want a 3 vertical, or a 4 on square, or a 6 horizontal, and that's sort of the first thing you sort of describe when you talk about what kind of paper you use. And so here's some examples of the cut. And I didn't really mention this before, but both your collated books and your case paper both are described by cuts. So you've got your one-on square here, which is just a one face, one play, and it's in a square. You've got your 3 horizontal, parallel to the horizon these run, so 3 horizontal, and 3 vertical, up and down. And over here you've got a 4-on square, a 6 vertical up and down, and a 9-on square. There's other types that we're not showing here. There's 6 horizontal, there's 12-ons, but for the most part, this is just a good example of some of the types of cuts that are out there. So case paper is multiple sheets of bingo paper that are all the same color, and it's generally sold for specific games, usually large jackpots in your bingo program, and it's typically sold separately than your bingo books. A lot of times if your games are going on, your workers will sell these sheets to players that want additional sheets for big games. And it's available in a variety of cuts, and so are bingo books. So if you wanted case paper, you would say, I want a 3 vertical blue sleeve of case paper. And what you would receive is you'd receive all 3 vertical, which is, say, here, this cut right here, back on this page, and they would all be blue, single sheets, or you can get them padded in 25s, but they'd all be blue, and primarily you would use those then for your jackpot games. Your collated bingo books are books of variously differently colored sheets glued together to form a multicolored pack, and these are used to play usually your entire bingo program, a number of games in your bingo program. And the number of sheets per book, the ups, usually matches the number of games in the body of your bingo program. So if you've got 8 games in your bingo program, you'll have 8 sheets of different colored sheets glued together in one book. And that's for your players' ease to play. And what they'll do is each game is played, they'll tear off a sheet. And they're multicolored because as you go through the sheets, you'll want to know what game you're on. So you'll know, in these examples here, you've got this one I'm looking at, you've got blue, orange, green, yellow, pink, and so you'll know that game 3 is green, and everybody should be playing the green sheet. And here's some examples of the way these collations look. This is a 1-on book, a 4-on book, a 9-on book, and again, just like case paper, these can come in just about any cut you want. So we just have these 3 examples here shown here. The number of ups can vary depending on your number of games that you play, anywhere from 2 all the way up to 20 and beyond that. So you can have some variety there. So when do you want to use case paper for your bingo, and when do you want to use collated paper? And we've kind of answered that, but for the most part, your case paper is used for your jackpot games, your single games, maybe a less formal bingo. If you're just getting some bingo sheets for your entertainment purposes, if you got a family gathering or whatever, and it doesn't really matter what you have, you'll probably want to go with case paper over collated bingo books. If you're having a fundraiser, you'll want to have bingo books if you're playing a series of games. It'll make things easier for your workers, your players. Everyone will know what games you're on if you've got a set number of games. And so that's really the difference. Case paper, for your jackpot games, for less formal games. Collated bingo books for your bingo programs where you really need to know what games you're on if you've got a large amount of people. And that's it. And we hope this was helpful for you for determining how to order bingo paper. Please visit our site, wholesaleBingoSupplies.com. We've got a wide range of bingo supplies. Anything you need is there. And again, thank you very much.